Are you looking for the best e-readers? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best e-readers on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Kindle Paperwhite, 2024, 16 GB. Amazon's Kindle Paperwhite has been the paragon of e-readers for over a decade, thanks to its portable but easy-to-read screen and weeks-long battery life. The latest iteration is no different. It features a slightly larger, 7-inch, screen than its predecessors and can consequently show more text, but that also makes the device slightly larger. Amazon also says the new model can turn pages 25% faster than the previous one, but it's hardly noticeable in practice, so you shouldn't upgrade if you're still rocking the Paperwhite that was released in 2021. It's also waterproof, so you can bring it in the tub or read a book by the pool worry-free. The plastic backing of the Paperwhite has a grippy matte finish that's comfortable to hold even for long periods of time. This Kindle's display sits flush with the face, giving it a streamlined look that e-readers with recessed displays, like the cheaper Kindle and some Kobo's models, lack. It has an array of lights that get bright enough to make the text visible even on a sunny day, but can get dim enough to read in bed without bothering anyone else. You can also change the warmth of the screen's display to give it an orangish hue that's softer on the eyes. No matter what brightness or warmth you set the display to, the text is consistently easy to read, and you can adjust the font size as needed. As with Amazon's other Kindles, it also comes with the Open Dyslexic font pre-installed that some people with dyslexia may find helpful. Just like with previous Paperwhites, this model can go months without needing to be recharged. That's been the experience of other strategist writers and editors, many of whom spoke enthusiastically about their Paperwhites. Whether you're using this as your at-home reader or your travel companion, it's comforting to know that you don't have another device to worry about charging at your nightstand every night. In addition to the standard Paperwhite, Amazon also sells a model called the Signature Edition for $40 more, and it comes without ads. You can pay $20 to have them taken off the cheaper model, plus wireless charging and an increased 32 GB of storage over the standard edition's 16 GB. Given the infrequency with which you have to charge the Paperwhite, the wireless charging is more a novelty than a necessity, and I'd recommend saving the money and putting it towards a good case. Unless you need the extra storage for audiobooks, only the Signature comes with 32 GB. My one gripe with the latest Paperwhite is that although its bigger screen looks better, it's also a bit less portable. When portability matters, I choose the standard Kindle. You can read more about that, right below. Amazon released the Kindle Colorsoft, which is effectively a Paperwhite with a color display, last year. I'd like to recommend it on its own, but as of right now, an issue with the display makes it a tough recommendation. Many users have reported, and I've confirmed on a unit I bought, a yellow bar along the bottom of the display that some may find unpleasant. I didn't notice this until posts on the Kindle subreddit brought it to my attention, but it's prominent enough to upset some, especially at this Kindle's price of nearly $300. Number 2. Boox Palma 2. Of all the e-readers I've tested, Onyx's Boox Palma, which debuted in 2023, has impressed me the most. It takes the portable design of a smartphone, the pleasant e-ink display of a Kindle or Kobo, and the vast ecosystem of third-party apps on Android's Play Store and packs it all into one device that's a reader's dream. Since I first tried out the Palma, Onyx has released the updated Palma 2, which adds a fingerprint sensor, as well as a faster processor and a newer version of Android. The new e-reader is even better than the original. Since the Palma 2 runs Android, you can install apps like Libby for getting ebooks from the library, Audible or Libro.fm for audiobook listening, and Readwise Reader or Instapaper for catching up on the news and articles you've saved. You can use your music streaming service of choice on the Palma 2 as well, though if you want to stop the Palma 2 from pausing music when the screen shuts off, you'll have to tinker with some of the device's power settings. You only have to do that once, but it would be nice if it were the default. Apps like TikTok and YouTube will technically run on the Palma 2, but they don't look great, so it's best to stick to text and audio. Audio sounds pretty good, especially when paired with a good set of wireless earbuds. This is how I listen to podcasts when I'm on a walk with my dogs. Like a smartphone, the Palma 2 has a sensor on the front that allows the system to automatically adjust the display's brightness based on your surroundings. The hardware also has some delightful add-ons that I'd like to see on other e-readers. The volume controls can be programmed on an app-by-app basis to either adjust sound levels or scroll through the pages of a book or down a web page. Since the Palma 2 is small enough to hold and operate with one hand, being able to scroll through my books without having to readjust my hand's position is a delightful convenience. The left side also has a button that you can program to do things like refresh the screen manually. The Palma 2's power button also has a built-in fingerprint reader. This may seem frivolous for an e-reader, but because you can install apps that hold personal information, such as Gmail or note-taking programs, that added security may come in handy. The Palma 2 is my favorite e-reader these days, but I have some concerns. The fact that it runs the already outdated Android 13 means it has more security vulnerabilities than an up-to-date Android device. This also means that if an app developer decides to remove support for older operating systems, the app may stop working on the Palma 2 or you may not receive updates for security patches or new features. Number 3. Kindle Paperwhite Kids 16 GB. Amazon also makes a kid-friendly version of the Paperwhite. Its specs are identical, but it comes with a case and without ads, and parental controls are enabled. You can get your kid a regular Kindle Paperwhite and still enable parental controls, but this comes with everything already set up, and you don't have to go through any hoops to remove lock screen ads. It comes with a free year of Amazon's Kids Plus service, which comes with both entertaining and educational content made for kids. Just like the Paperwhite, it's waterproof, so it'll be safe even in the hands of the messiest kid. In the unfortunate event that your child does try to test this Kindle's limits, it comes with 2 years of worry-free protection, but accidental damage isn't covered. You could buy this version of the Paperwhite for yourself if you want to save $35 on the cost of a case. The 16 GB Paperwhite without ads costs the same as the kids version, but you'll have to be okay with rocking one of the 3 kid-oriented cases. The most adult-friendly of the bunch is Cyber City, which gives the Kindle a cyberpunk feel. There's also Diary of a Wimpy Kid, featuring an illustration of the series' characters, and Starfish, which showcases a bunch of starfish swimming under the sea. You'll also have to remove the parental controls if you plan on using it for yourself, which is easy enough. Number 4. Kobo Libra Color. If you want an e-reader that can display comics and illustrated or picture books in full color, get Kobo's Libra Color. It's not the first color e-reader to come out, but it's the first from a major manufacturer, and it's the first that convinced me the technology is ready. The Libra Color's display is the same size as the Paperwhites and Colorsofts, and colors look great on it. It's not anywhere near as vibrant as an iPhone's Retina display, but if you've ever looked at a comic strip in a newspaper, you'll have an idea of how pictures look on the Libra Color. If you're mostly reading text, though, consider that color e-ink displays have a slightly washed-out effect on text, making it look less crisp. That said, it's still readable and only noticeable when you have 2 readers side by side. Like the company's Sage and Ellipsa e-readers, the Libra Color supports Kobo's stylus, so you can take notes on it both inside ebooks and in the reader's dedicated notebook app. Because the display shows colors, you have some more flexibility with highlighting than you do with black and white screens. Number 5. Kindle Scribe, 2024, 16 GB. I like my e-readers to be as portable as possible, but the second-generation model of Amazon's large-screen Kindle Scribe convinced me that big e-readers can work as someone's only reader. Its 10.2-inch screen can display a much larger amount of text per page than any other Kindle, and it supports the exact same font sizes as the smaller models. You can create custom digital notebooks for jotting things down with the included stylus in a meeting or class, or just brainstorm ideas when you need some inspiration. There are several page templates, including grid, college-ruled, and unlined. There's plenty of room to write lots of notes, and the stylus is a delight to use. You can select pencil or fountain pen modes, and use it to highlight text within an ebook. There's a dedicated tab at the bottom of the Scribe's navigation bar to access all your notebooks, so they're always a tap away. While the Paperwhite and regular Kindle both have plastic backs, with different finishes, the Scribe has a metal back. It's a bit harder to hold for extended periods, especially given its larger size and heavier weight, but it makes the device feel more premium. Each back corner has a little rubber foot to prevent the e-reader from sliding around when you're writing away on it. The metal back is more slippery than the plastic on the Paperwhite or standard Kindle, though, so the Scribe is harder to prop up against a wall or another surface. The Scribe is quite similar to Kobo's Ellipsa 2e, which shares the same screen size and stylus support, and has similar note-taking capabilities. I prefer the Ellipsa for taking notes, and have written more on that below, but the Kindle Scribe has a smoother overall experience, with software that feels slightly more polished. It has a larger library of ebooks you can buy, and they are often cheaper than those on the Kobo store. With the newest version of the Scribe, Amazon added the ability to write directly inside an ebook, sort of like you can with Kobo's Ellipsa 2e. Unlike with the Ellipsa, though, you can only use the stylus to write inside ebooks you've bought through Amazon's store, not ones you've bought elsewhere and synced to your Kindle. That's a bummer, but Amazon does have some fancy software that makes taking notes inside books more useful. When you write over text inside a book, the Scribe will automatically rearrange the text on the page to make room for your notes, keeping it aligned with the text you wrote over. It's a clever feature that takes one advantage of reading physical books and makes it better, but I wish Amazon made this feature available in books obtained outside its own ecosystem. Amazon also says the newest Scribe screen is meant to feel even more paper-like than the original. While the Remarkable Paper Pro comes closest to the feeling of paper among all the e-readers I've tested, I'm impressed with how close Amazon has gotten with this model. You can still buy the original Kindle Scribe, which has less even bezels, for $60 less than the new model, and you'll still get all the handwriting features that come with the new Scribe. That said, this model is less likely to get future support for as long as the new one, so unless you really need to save some cash, it's worth getting the latest model.